Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to start with a very important topic, that is the chapter 1 of, you can say, or the introduction of our economics. Now, before we start and do the concepts related to economics, we need to understand a bit about economics, like what it is about. So economics, the word is derived from a Greek word meaning oikos nemen. Oikos means household and nemen means management. And these two words are the origin of the word economics. So basically the economics is nothing but the household management, how you manage your house is economics. Now, I hope you know the name Adam Smith. Adam Smith is known as the father of economics. You must remember this, as throughout the economics we are going to learn various concepts, definitions given by Adam Smith himself. Now, if I ask you what is economics, what you will tell me? If you know the definition, please comment below. If you know the definition, so comment below. Let me talk about what is economics. Okay, let's point out 3 points. First, human wants. Second, resources. Economics is all about human wants and resources. If you ask me how, so human wants are unlimited. I hope you all agree with me. How it is unlimited? Let's say today you want shoes, and after getting your shoes, it's not that that is the end of your demand, that is the end of your wants, that is the end of the desire. After buying one commodity, do you stop and say, like, for the rest of my life I will not buy anything? No, right? You keep on buying things. Your wants, the things you want to purchase, are unlimited. There's no limit to it. No matter how much money you have, no matter how many things you buy, every time there is something else that you want to buy. Let me just check if recording is getting done or not. Once. Okay, fantastic. Now, so human wants unlimited. Now resources are scarce. Resources are scarce. You will say, what does this word means? This word simply means that when supply is sorry, when supply is less and demand is more. Okay, it means basically that, let's say you want um okay, let's say we all want coal. Now coal is a scarce resource. How? Because supply is limited, it's constant, but demand is increasing. So scarce is a phenomenon when the supply of a particular commodity is less than its demand. Supply, I hope you all must understand what supply is. It's a very basic term. So resources are scarce. Resources are constant. Resources are limited. Also, resources have alternative uses. Alternative uses. Now, what do you understand by alternative uses? Let's take the example of coal only. Your coal can be used in trains, can be used in for electricity, let's say. Coal can be used for heating things. So there are so many things a coal can do. Or let's talk about milk. Milk have many uses. Like you can use it as paneer, you can use it as a buttermilk, You can use it as a curd, or anyway, you can use it for drinking. There's so many ways you can use a single commodity. So milk being a single resource, but have alternative uses. Or let's talk about the biggest resource, money. Money is also a resource. And how many alternative uses it has? From money, you can buy clothes, you can buy assets, you can save it. There are so many alternative uses for one single item. So then what is economics? Let me write down whether I have space. Okay. So economics, it's the study of making choices. It's the study of making choices to satisfy human wants with limited resource, having alternative uses. So, economics is the study of making choice to satisfy human wants with your limited resources. All the resources are limited, constant, and resources have alternative uses. But we need to satisfy our wants, and it's nothing but the study that how will you make a choice. Now, let's give an example here. Let's say you have 1000 rupees as your pocket money, okay? And from this, you can either buy some books, you can buy shoes, you can buy food, you can watch movie, you can buy clothes. So, economics is to make choice between these human wants. These are what? These are human wants. So, economics is the study of making choice from these human wants with your limited resource. With your limited resource, and this resource having alternative uses. Like that you can understand. I hope it's clear. Nothing much, just learn this definition. Economics is the study of making choices to satisfy human wants with limited resources having alternative uses. Scarcity of resources you can write down if you think that it's the phenomenon when supply is less but demand is more. Okay. Now, there are two types of economics. There are two types of economics named positive and normative. Positive and normative are the two types of economics. Now, positive economics deals with what are the economic problems. Economic problems. Wait a second. Economic problems and their solutions. Whereas it deals with how economic problems should be solved. Should be solved. Wait a second. Okay. For example, wait a second. Let me move my chair a bit. Okay. Now, positive economics is telling you something. This is this. Normative is like you should do this. This should be like this. Okay, let me give you an example first. Okay. it can be verified. Positive economics or the normative economics both can be true or false, but positive economics को you can detect that okay ये सही है ये गलत है by actual data. You can verify it with actual data, but whereas it can't be verified. It can't be verified. Normative economics, it can't be verified. Now, these two are points. Let me give you one example here. First, let me give example here. Paying people who are not working even though they could work is wrong and unfair. What it says that, let's say this is a guy, he is healthy. He is healthy and can work, but still through government's policy he is getting monthly pension. He is getting a pension. Pension is in the sense कि he is getting monthly payment for his expenditure by the government. But he is healthy, he can work, he can earn if he tries. But still government is providing him with pension. So now some person says that wait, paying people who can work is wrong and unfair. Now, tell me why it is normative. It is normative because you can't verify it. Let's say I'm saying you कि these people, the people whom you are paying, they are healthy, they can work, still you are paying, so it is really wrong. It is wrong and unfair. But can you use the data to verify it कि हाँ ये गलत है? You can't do that, right? You don't have any basis to find it out whether it's wrong or unfair or it's right, because हो सकता है that person is not able to find a job, that's why he's healthy, he's willing to work, but nobody is employing him. Or maybe it can be like there are some family issues due to which he can't work, maybe he has to look after his parents, or anyway he is healthy and working, still he's having his own conditions and he needs the pension. But some other person says कि पैसे देना is really wrong, but this can't be verified through documents. I can't go through constitution or some documents, some bills to say that yeah it is wrong and unfair to pay these healthy people who can work. Whereas if I say raising taxes on wealthy slows economy. Now this is a positive statement. I'll tell you how. I'm saying that if you raise taxes on wealthy people, it slows economy. Now you might start arguing me कि saying कि taxes अगर we are taking it from the wealthy people, so it is good because it will help in infrastructure, and yeah I got your point. But the point is we are not gonna say that ये सही है या गलत. We are not verifying it. We are trying to understand what is a positive and what is a normative economics. So it is a positive economics because if someone says randomly that you are increasing taxes on wealthy people, or you can even say that poor people, whatever they say, no matter what, slows economy, then I can verify it with actual data. I can go through our data of the government and check that from the time we have increased the taxes on wealthy people or the poor people, so how it is affecting economy. I can verify it, but this statement can't be verified. So the basic है, normative can be true, can be false. This can be true, can be false, but it can be verified, it cannot be verified. Normative is more about opinion. Like this statement, it can be opinion of a individual. But here I am taking about economy as a whole. Here I am talking about a opinion that ऐसा होना चाहिए. It's a opinion of an individual. But when I come to positive, they are the statements affecting that are affecting the economy as a whole. I hope this is clear. I'll close this. Now moving to the next page. Okay. What is the next topic? Let me check it from the book. Okay. Now we are going to talk about the types of economics, you can say. Okay. Now, before understanding the economics, I would like to tell you something. There were the time eras in economics as well. That there was something known as political economy. There was something like classical economy, then neo economy. There was something like modern economy. I'm not into getting into the depth, but you will come through these words a lot. Not neo as such, but political, classical, modern. You will hear it a lot of time. So what are they? Political economy. In the early era, like really old, we used to think that economy is just about something that government deals with. What we thought that this economy only deals with the government, and that's why we called it as political economy. That economy, it is all concerned with the government, its rules, its policies, formulation of taxes and stuff. That's why we called it as modern political economy. Then came classical economy. That was Adam Smith, a great name there. You, there are more economists as well, but this is a really renowned name, you can say. Classical economy came after political economy, where they actually understood that economy is not just by, about your government policies. They understood economy is beyond politics. Politics basically here means government. So they understood that economics is beyond your politics, and hence they named it, we name it as classical economy because it's old but after the political, and they had this thought in their mind. Neo economy, I'm not gonna tell you, but you can see it's just a period of time after your classical economy, and in that they understood more. Then modern economy. I guess Alfred Marshall. I guess I'm not really sure about his if he was a modern economist, but I believe Alfred Marshall was a modern economist. And they just, you can say, explained the classical neo economics in more better way, in a more realistic way, or in a way that is more relative to us. Okay, so that is what modern economics is all about. So there are four types of economics. Now, our economics hence is classified by classical economists, and it is classified by your modern economists. ठीक है? Economics is explained, is classified by both classical and modern economists. Through the time we are more concerned with modern economics, we are going to learn everything with the view of modern economists, but we are going to have an overview about what was classical economists saying about our economics. So in economics, traditional economic theory is divided into various branches. Classical theory, classical economists divided our economics into points like consumption, production, exchange, and many more. Exchange, उसके बाद distribution, income, employment, planning and economic development as such. I'm not writing all the points here, but around 7 points I have. We are not going to learn it in detail because it's not in our curriculum. But if you are really interested in studying this, you can comment me below and we'll make a video on that too. Now, coming to modern economics. Modern economists divided the economics into micro and macro. Now, these are the words you must have heard, right? I'm going to give an overview only right now, and in the next video, I'm going to make separate videos for micro and macro as such. Okay, microeconomics study about individual, whereas it studies about aggregate. It studies in aggregate or as whole. That in microeconomics, I'll study about how a individual behaves when he gets the money, how a individual firm is using its resources, how a individual can maximize its output, do the social welfare. I study about allocation of resources. Basically, I study about individual, whatever feelings, behavior individual is exhibiting, that is coming into micro. Whereas in macro, I am studying that India, let's say as a whole, what India as a whole is doing. Like an individual, I'll study ki how much an individual is earning. Okay, income of a individual, maybe let's say. Here I will learn income of a whole. That how much is earned by the India as a whole, as a aggregate. So that is microeconomics when you come with individual, and macro is something comes with aggregate. We'll study more about it in details. Don't worry about it. Now, there is something called micro macro paradox. So, micro macro paradox is nothing really important in your curriculum, but I wanted to teach you because it will have you a better outlook of understanding and it will be interesting to know. So, micro macro in paradox means that if something is beneficial in terms of microeconomics, it may not be beneficial for macro and vice versa. I'll give you a simple example and it will make it. Let's say, like, if an individual, I'm talking about in a microeconomics, I'm talking about economics, microeconomics, individual. So, if an individual saves, it's a really good thing. It's good for his family, it's good for the individual. But if I talk about, that's the case for micro. But in the case of macro, if I say, if the whole country starts saving, so then it is bad. If an individual saves, talking about microeconomics, if an individual saves, so yeah, it is very good. We always advise our people that you should save money, you should do it in fixed deposit, buy asset, something you should save it, basically we say. But agar whole country starts saving, they are not expending their money, they are just saving, so it's really bad for the macroeconomics. Why? Because it will lead to demand decrease, it will lead to employment में decrease. जब demand decrease होगी, then employment decrease हो जाएगी, supply decrease होगी, everything will be decreased. So if an individual saves, then it is good, as it's a term for microeconomics. But whole country saves, it's bad, as it's for macroeconomics. So we saw that something that is good for microeconomics seems to be bad for macroeconomics. This is what micro macro paradox is all about. Now what else? I'll talk about micro and macro in next video, and central problems also I'll need a particular video. So I guess we are done with today's video. If you like my video, so do like, subscribe and share my channel. Also don't forget to ring the bell hang button so you'll get all the notifications of my channel. I hope you enjoyed the video, you understood the topic. If you have any doubt, you can comment me below. Till then, bye bye and have a wonderful day ahead.